Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the European crossover webinar. And we're seeing indices take a little bit of a dip here. As we come into Friday, there's that concern that you can go back and to these lows and push that. We'll see whether or not that happens. That's been my thought. I'll share that this is the first time we've seen in a long time where we see a break on a Wednesday that sees follow through on Thursday and would open the door for that. But we'll see whether or not that comes to fruition. Take a look at the economic calendar. We did have UK retail sales out a couple of hours ago, and German PPI out at the same time. Today, we don't have anything beyond that until we get into the US session. We do have Canadian retail sales, as well as housing price index, also out of Canada. And then out of the US, no data. Although FOMC member Kaplan will be speaking, that's going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern. Trying to push up a little bit higher in this rebound. And let's take a look where FX stands. Not in a big range, but Euro continues to be a little bit weaker from here, which is a bit of a surprise when we did get that move below 17. And obviously with indexes pressing, I'm surprised that the move was even larger, but the move is pressing for that very reason. So we're seeing some flows into the dollar, although the euro hasn't fallen that much. And that was my concern was, okay, we may not get much below 117, but we've actually pushed lower with concerns with indices. We'll see whether or not we can go on and sustain that. Take a look at gold. Gold continues to stay up in here. Surprise with that rebound, but we're not moving any higher, but we're not moving any lower. We're just kind of like stuck in the middle. Not sure what it's waiting for or hoping for. Bitcoin still sitting here up here, just like gold, and pretty close to the highs too. And then look at crude. Crude, we're finally getting a bounce, but boy, did we get that slide down here. $64 looked pretty good in crude, and a big key area here, but we still dipped. Now there was a little bit more room down to 63. I didn't know that we'd actually get down there, but obviously, once again, the concern with indices really turned things lower, and we did press it for all it's worth. Been a pretty good move too. Look at this. From essentially $70 and God, over $7 sold off. With that, we'll just go on and move into the analysis. Here's euro. So we'd have to venture off into the weekly to find some additional support. That would push us really all the way down here to 1639. We did have 1645. I didn't even know we'd even updated to that low. Pretty key right there. Nice confluence. So we had 64.45, 16.45. We'll just move it down 2 digits to 43. Looks like eventually get down there. Considering that we've got a little bit, we've continued to stay below 117. On the upside, we had 17.19. That's going to stay 17.19 on the upside. And onto cable. Well, cable pushed past that 36.88 and thought we might be able to hold there. I mean, the market actually dipped down to, I think it was 36.60s, and then it rebounded back. I mean, it was back at 36.80, but it encountered additional selling. So if we take a look at the 2-hour chart, see if there's something we can see. Mm, 36.06. As low as 35.93. That's where some good support comes in. I'm not saying we're going to get there right now, but it looks like that's probably where they want to get to, possibly. So if we do see further selling in indices, that may take us down there. So 35.93. The upside, $36.86. Let's go move into the Aussie dollar. We still continue to push lower. We even had our move down here to 71.29, and they're still pressing below that. Let's move into the weekly. Right there. That's where we're coming up with that 71.30. Right there, 70.95. And resistance. Well, it's been quite the slide here. Right there, 71.78. And on to the dollar yen. We'll still stick with this 903. And on the upside, 1010. Onto the cash dollar index. Well, we're above that 93.52, which was key. We talked about that before. Right there, 93.92. 93.92. See what that 93. It's actually 93.89. And support. $93.33. On to Bitcoin. We're still holding up here very well. $47,669. And support right there. 45,323. And now on to S&Ps. Right now, support would be 43.68. This worked out really well yesterday. Remember it here? I think at the time the low, we got as low as 43.47 and a quarter or 46 and 3/4. So it's pretty good. Right now it's going to be 43.68. We'll go with 52. I think we could come right back down there. Maybe even get down there to, we may even could potentially come down to 43.40. Two key levels below the 43.39, and then a real slide beyond that be 43.29. Moving on to the Nasdaq. We did tag the 50-day moving average yesterday. I think key for this right now is going to be 14,777. I'll go with 656 just in case. Moving on to gold. Gold still continues to sit here, so no changes here in gold, at least for now. The only difference is it continues to push a little bit higher here. So we can move this up to 17, let's call it 1793. And lastly, with crude oil. $62.84. Oh, yeah, I think we won't do bad right there. Look at that. Move down to 2 cents. And on the upside, oh, there we are, 64.50. If it can bounce up there. Right now, key resistance is at 64.10. And there's the bonus chart. I mean, it's just a very, very quiet session. We've already laid out some key levels from yesterday, or we tried to move. It's just a matter of we get that follow through. But as I told you before, this is the first time we see a Friday where things line up. You know, sometimes we'll get a break on a Monday or we'll get a break on a Tuesday. Then Mark's able to recover on a Wednesday. This time the break occurred on a Wednesday afternoon and followed through on Thursday. Now we did get a bounce back, but if we open the door, we start to slide back. We really open the door for us to come back in here. And if that's the case, then we would come back down to test that 43.56, and then that opens the door down to potentially not only blow past 48, but to get down to 39, and then a real push. You got after 43.39, you got 43.29, and then a real wheels off the caboose move would be 43.09. So that's where we're at. So we'll get this posted, and it's been a fairly quiet morning. Still a lot of Europeans on holiday. So thanks for joining us here on the European Crossover webinar, and we'll see you in the chat room.